Shalom. First and foremost, we have to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Salutation to the Yakim, pushing this world with truth and sincerity with charity. We're the bros from Great Millstone, Chicago, coming at you with another lesson. Lord willing, it be edifying. And the topic on the lesson is going to be about, it's important to be around brothers. All right, to be around the congregation, communicating with one another, because that's all we got, man. All right, everybody else is in the world. All right, they're not. Their mindset is not towards the Lord. Their mindset is not towards the scriptures, but whose is? Only the brotherhood. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the book of Matthew 18 and 20. It says, "For where two or more, for where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them." Because, like how brothers say, brothers will come together, and it's not always about, talking about the scriptures. Sometimes we'll get into some folly, we'll talk about, whatever, things in life, with women, with, with sports or whatever, man. But soon enough, it will turn to the Lord, man. It will turn to the scriptures. Like we're talking about women, we'll talk about what's wrong with women, with sports, what's wrong with sports, or how Jake dominates in sports, because how it says in the book of Genesis 25 and 25 that one shall be stronger than the other. It's well known that the Israelites dominate sports, man. And we go to the scriptures, we link it up with that, we link it up with current events. But basically, when two or more brothers are gathered together, the Spirit of the Lord is going to come out. Whether it's an edifying conversation or a lesson can come out of it. That's all of the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. But soon enough, the Spirit will come out.
That's right. Hey, being around brothers is a very important part of this ministry, man. Hey, the scriptures talk about confess your faults one to another. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Confess. Let me see. It says, this is James 5 and 16. Confess your faults one to another and pray one for another that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much, man. And how can you else confess to brothers if you're not around them, man? Hey, the scriptures talk about being with like-minded men, that if you miscarry, right? This says, Sirach 37 and 12, but be continually with a godly man whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. So, hey, it's very important to be around brothers with the same mindset, man, because when being around these people in the world, hey, we're just like Lot, man. We're vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. These people just talk about bullshit. But when you get around brothers, even when they talk about folly, it's always geared towards something edifying. It's always geared towards something towards the spirit. It's always geared towards something that you could learn from. Something that really lifts your spirit up, man. Even if it's some bullshit. It's so important to be around brothers, even if it's just to share a drink, man. Because sometimes you never know when a brother might need that, man. Right. The brotherhood is super, super important, man. And
like how you said, confess one faults to one another. And soon enough, sometimes, the brother will have to get rough with the other brother because, they did something that's off. But like the scriptures talk about, rebuke is better than secret love. If you talk to anything about like that to a two-third, they'll just tell you, they'll give you, little comforting words, but, they won't really edify you like how a brother would. They'll get a scripture to show you where you went off. They'll get multiple scriptures just to show you, just to prove you the point, and so you can get the edification.
I got a scripture real quick for what you just said. This is Sirach 8 and 19. It says, "Open not thine heart to every man, lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn." So you're not supposed to really just open your heart to everybody, man. The people you could really truly open your heart to, man, is the brothers, man. These other people in the world, they're gonna requite thee, man. They're gonna what? They're gonna give you a shrewd turn. They're just gonna look at you like, man, why are you telling me this, man?
Right.
I don't give a fuck about you. These people in the world don't care about you, man. But guess what? You tell a brother, you confess your faults, that brother's gonna rebuke you in love. that brother's gonna show you real love, man. And that's why it's so important. The brotherhood, man, charity and the brotherhood, that's really what's gonna tie us in like a knot, man. Because these other people, while they're losing their shit, the fact that we show love towards one another, that's gonna prove that we're his disciples, that we're the disciples of Yahweh Shai, man.
Right, and we ultimately do it because Yahweh Shai said to do it, man. Because he said that whatever you do to the lowest of my servants, it's like roughly paraphrasing, but whatever you do unto the lowest of my servants, you've done unto me. You know, there's the book of Ecclesiastes 4:9. It says, "Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he had not another to help him up." Going with that scripture, man, open rebuke is better than secret love, because if you're going off, you yourself can't see that, man. Except the only way you're gonna see that is if you examine yourself daily. But then sometimes you slip up, man. Sometimes you won't know when you're going off, man. But guess what? Another brother will see that, man. They'll see that. They'll correct you. They'll rebuke you. They'll go in with scriptures. They'll to for you to basically get the point, man. But that'll just make you stronger at the end of the day if you accept that rebuke. All right? But again, how it says, verse 11, again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and threefold cord will not quickly and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. All right, so it just makes you stronger and stronger, man, being with the brothers, man. All right, because we all fall, man. We all fall short of the glory of the Lord. But the brothers will, they'll help you, man. They'll help you not to, keep yourself down and to keep moving, because we understand we're in the flesh. We're not perfect. We're gonna fuck up. But the brothers will comfort you with them, man. They'll say that, yes, it's the flesh, but we also know that it's a fight, that we have to go according to what the Lord said is right, not our own flesh, not our own mindset, but what the Lord said is right, and to keep ourselves motivated to go harder for the Lord, man, whenever we slip up.
Right, and to add on what the brother is saying, really when a brother rebukes you, man, that's a beautiful thing. You should count those things for your growth, for your increase, for you could get better in the spirit through that rebuke, man. If you take heed, and you know what, I'm gonna say this, as a man, the brothers that really rebuke me often, I find myself being around those brothers more, being closer to those brothers, man. Because brothers that rebuke you, you know that brother doesn't have a respect of person's spirit on him, man. That brother has real love on him, and that's the type of godly man that you want to be around then. Because these people in the world, they don't care, man. It says 1 Peter 2:17, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear the Most High, honor the King. So the way that we love the brotherhood, man, is by fearing the Most High, and by fearing the Most High, we're gonna keep the best to our ability the commandments in showing love to that brother, man. We're not gonna go off against that brother. We're gonna show love to that brother, man. We're gonna do our best to show the action of love within the scriptures, which is keeping the commandments towards that brother, man.
That's right. There's the book of Proverbs 24:16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. That's why it's important to be around the brothers, man, and not to have that lone wolf spirit. Because if you're alone, you're going to fall, man. You're eventually going to fall, because we're in the flesh. This flesh is made to go off. And if you don't see yourself slipping, you're going to keep on slipping more and more and more until you find yourself in the world again. Right. But if you're around brothers, they'll see you fall, or like the brother said, confess your faults to one another. You tell them, where you feel like you're going off in. You'll get corrected. You'll get put on check, back in your place, and you just move on, man. You just keep on going for the Lord. Right. But we all fall short, man.
Right, and ultimately, man, that lone wolf spirit, I don't want to necessarily say that that's going off, but at the same time, you being in the spirit is going to lead you to going off, man, because it says that an evil suspicion overthrows your judgment. If you're constantly in that lone wolf spirit and you're not around brothers, you're going to start thinking that, oh, these brothers don't like me. Oh, these brothers never invite me anywhere. Oh, blah, 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 this, and that, or this. You do not want to be in that spirit, man. You got to rebuke that shit.
Right. And sometimes you do feel yourself being in that spirit, but like the scriptures talk about, a false balance and abomination to the Lord. So yeah, sometimes you feel like you gotta be alone, but then sometimes you gotta be with brothers, man. It's like it goes both ways. You just can't have just one way. You gotta be with both. You know.
Exactly.
You got another one up? Come, this is the book of Hebrews 10:24, and let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. You know, just like having that what's that scripture? That godly jealousy towards one another. You know, when you feel like a brother, when the brother says like how we were just doing a lesson earlier to let another man exalt you, let another man exalt your glory. You know, a brother may say like, hey man, me and this bro, we did this like 4 sit-downs, 3 sit-downs, 2, whatever. Hey, but it'll provoke you like, man, what am I doing?
Right.
You know, like, man, I want to do that too. You know, but that's why it's important to be around brothers, man, because things like that will come up and you'll be motivated in the spirit, man. You'll motivate one another to do more, man.
Right.
You know? It says, verse 25, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, and as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. You know, so we motivate one another, man. You know, brothers talk about how they're catching hell. So we motivate each other, man. Like, hey, that's a part of the curses. That's a part of the scriptures. Hey, that's how you know you're doing right, man. Right. So we're just motivating each other. We're comforting each other in the scriptures, man. That's why it's so important to be around one another, man. Because you don't know what another man is going through. Like the brother said, you don't know how much to you it may seem very little because you may be around brothers a lot. And this brother he may not be around brothers a lot because he has a tight schedule due to work, due to family, whatever. But when you tell a brother, let's go out, let's hang out, and you don't know how much that might mean to a brother, man. How much they might need it, you know.
Right. Hey, man, and it's funny that you said that earlier about that a brother might do this many lessons, man. Because hey, man, there was one time. Hey, I'm not gonna say the brother's name, but you know, we were making a lesson, and when we finished it, he said, man, that's the 15th lesson of the week. And that, when he told me that made me want to go harder. That made me want to do more lessons. That made me want to read more. Because just being around a brother like that's that much on fire for the Lord, to do 15 lessons in a week, man. If you're not provoked unto good works just by that, I don't know what to tell you, man. Hey, being around brothers really motivates you, man. Because you see certain brothers, they're always in high spirits, man. There's certain brothers that are always in high spirits, man. The brother that comes to my mind right now is the Murph, man. Mm-hmm. The brother Murph, always in high spirits, man. That brother motivates you, man. It's just, man. You have to be. It's necessary to be around brothers, man. Do not forsake brothers, man. It's a very beautiful thing when brothers come in unity, man.
Yep. Hey, but with that, we hope this was an edifying lesson. With that, we'd like to end off by giving y'all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Yaki and pushing his word with truth and sincerity with charity. That shalom and a ball.
Ball.